Chosen one, listen very closely. Do not scroll away. What I am about to share with you is not a coincidence. It is a cosmic appointment. If you are seeing this message, it is because your soul has been preparing for the monumental energetic gateway that is swinging open on October 21st, 2025. This is an urgent, critical warning for all awakened souls, for all those who feel the title Chosen One resonating deep within their bones. The new moon in Libra, amplified by a powerful solar eclipse, is not a social event. It is not a time for manifestation circles, group meditations, or sharing your intentions with others. To do so would be to dilute, distort, and potentially corrupt the most significant energetic download of your entire lifetime. You must be alone. I am going to break down the first of 7 critical non-negotiable spiritual reasons why complete and total isolation on this day is not just a recommendation, it is a divine command for your soul's evolution. What is coming will rewrite your destiny, but only if you are in a state of pure, unadulterated solitude to receive it. Before we dive into the sacred mechanics of this celestial event, you need to anchor your frequency to this message. Do 3 things for me right now to signal to the universe that you are present and ready. First, like this video to infuse it with your energetic agreement. Second, subscribe and turn on all notifications because the downloads leading up to this date will be intense and you cannot afford to miss them. And third, comment "I am ready" down below to declare your intention to the cosmos. This simple act creates a powerful ripple in the quantum field, preparing your energy for what's to come. Now let's begin. The first and most crucial reason you must be alone on October 21st, 2025, is what the ancient wisdom keepers refer to as the Great Energetic Sieve. Imagine the universe is pouring down a stream of liquid light, a torrent of pure, unadulterated source code meant specifically for you. This code contains the upgrades for your next chapter, your divine mission, your healed timelines, your connection to 5D consciousness, and the keys to unlocking your innate spiritual gifts. This new moon and solar eclipse combination creates a hyper-specific celestial alignment that acts as a giant cosmic sieve. Its purpose is to filter out everything that is not in vibrational resonance with your highest self. However, this sieve is calibrated to your unique soul signature, and your signature alone. When you are in the presence of another human being, no matter how much you love them, no matter how spiritual they are, no matter how positive their intentions, you are inevitably introducing foreign frequencies into your energetic field. Their auric field, filled with their own hopes, their own fears, their own karmic patterns, and their own soul codes, begins to bleed into yours. On a normal day, an awakened soul like you can navigate this, but October 21st is not a normal day. On this day, the veil is so thin, and the incoming energy is so potent, that your auric field becomes incredibly porous, like a sponge. Being around others, even a single person, is akin to trying to receive a crystal clear radio signal while standing next to a giant electrical transformer. Their energetic static will scramble your download. Think of it this way, your soul has a specific frequency it needs to tune into. The planetary alignment on this day is broadcasting that exact frequency. If you are with your partner, your friend, or your family, their own unique frequencies create interference. You might accidentally download a fragment of their karmic debt. You might absorb their limiting beliefs about money or love. Their unspoken anxieties can become entangled with your own, making it impossible for you to discern what is yours and what is theirs. The universe is attempting to perform a precise spiritual surgery on your energetic DNA, and the presence of others is like having unqualified people bumping into the surgeon's arm during the operation. The results can be catastrophic, not in a physical sense, but in a spiritual one. You could miss the upgrade entirely, or worse, receive a corrupted file. This is why you've likely been feeling an intense pull towards solitude lately. You might find yourself more irritable in crowds, more drained after social interactions, and craving silence like never before. This is not you being antisocial, this is your higher self guiding you, preparing you, and training you for the absolute necessity of isolation on this day. It is a sacred rehearsal for the main event. You are being called to become a hermit, a recluse, a sovereign energetic being, so that when the celestial floodgates open, your vessel is empty, pure and ready to be filled only with what is divinely intended for you. This is not about selfishness, it is about sacred responsibility. You have a mission, chosen one, and this download is a non-negotiable part of it. To honor that mission, you must honor this call for solitude. It is the only way to ensure that what you receive on this day is 100% pure, unadulterated source energy, calibrated perfectly and exclusively for your soul's journey. If you are feeling this call to be alone, if your soul is vibrating with this truth, comment "I harness lunar energies" below to anchor this understanding. This leads us directly into the second profound reason for this sacred isolation, the creation of the sacred echo chamber. While the first reason is about avoiding external contamination, this second reason is about amplifying your internal connection. Your soul, your higher self, is constantly whispering to you. It sends you intuitive nudges, gut feelings, symbolic dreams, and moments of sudden clarity. However, in the deafening noise of the modern world, these whispers are often drowned out. The opinions of friends and family, the relentless fear broadcast by the media, the curated perfection of social media, the demands of your job, all of this creates a thick wall of static that prevents you from hearing your own truth. Solitude is the act of deliberately stepping away from that external noise. But on October 21st, 2025, under the potent darkness of the new moon and solar eclipse, solitude transforms into something more. It becomes a sacred echo chamber. The unique lunar and solar energies of this day will act as a cosmic amplifier for your inner world. In the profound silence of your own company, the faintest whisper from your soul will begin to echo, growing louder and more distinct with each passing moment, until it is an undeniable booming voice that you cannot ignore. This is the day you will finally receive the answers you have been desperately seeking. The confusion about your life's purpose, the uncertainty about a relationship, the blockages preventing your abundance. In the sacred echo chamber of your solitude, the solutions will not just appear, they will be revealed to you with such profound clarity that you will wonder how you ever missed them. This process requires absolute, uninterrupted silence. This isn't about just being physically alone in your house while scrolling through your phone or watching television. That is merely a continuation of the external noise in a different form. True isolation on this day means disconnecting from all external inputs. No social media, no news, no podcasts, no music with lyrics that can influence your thoughts. It means sitting with yourself in the quiet and allowing the energies of the day to work their magic. When you do this, you create a vacuum that can only be filled by your own highest wisdom. The amplified lunar energy will penetrate the deepest layers of your subconscious mind, bringing long-buried truths to the surface. You will suddenly understand the root cause of your deepest fears. You will have epiphanies about your health, your career, and your spiritual path that will feel like they came from a divine source because they did. They came from you, the divine source within. Being with another person during this delicate process is like trying to hear a pin drop during a rock concert. Their presence, their energy, even their breathing, acts as a distortion field. It prevents the echo from forming. Your soul's voice will remain a whisper, lost in the subtle energetic noise of their being. The universe is offering you a direct, private line to your own divinity. It is an invitation to finally hear, without a shadow of a doubt, what your soul has been trying to tell you for years. This is your chance to receive your personal divine blueprint for the next era of your life. To receive it, you must be the only one in the room. You must create the temple of silence, the sacred echo chamber, where your truth can finally and powerfully be heard. But hearing your soul's voice is just the beginning. The next reason we'll explore deals with something far deeper, the actual rewriting of your energetic DNA, and why the presence of another can lock you into old karmic patterns forever. Now that you understand the absolute necessity of creating a pure, uncontaminated energetic vessel and a sacred echo chamber, we must descend to an even deeper, more critical level of this cosmic operation. What is happening on October 21st, 2025, is not just a passive reception of energy, it is an active divine intervention into the very fabric of your being. This brings us to the third, and perhaps most terrifyingly crucial, reason why you must be in absolute solitude: the great karmic severance and DNA recalibration. Chosen one, for lifetimes, you have been bound by invisible energetic threads. These are not metaphors, they are real, quantum entanglements known as karmic cords. You have cords connecting you to your parents, carrying ancestral wounds and limiting beliefs. You have cords connecting you to past lovers, still draining your life force and keeping you tethered to heartbreak. You have cords connecting you to old friends, old bosses, and even to past versions of yourself that were steeped in trauma, lack, and fear. These cords form a dense, sticky web around your auric field, and they are the primary reason you feel stuck, why you repeat the same painful patterns, and why you cannot seem to ascend to the next level of your existence, no matter how hard you try. The combined power of the Libra new moon and the solar eclipse on this day creates a celestial event of such profound energetic force that it acts as a divine cosmic scalpel. Its sole purpose is to sweep through your energy field and surgically, irrevocably sever every single one of these debilitating cords. This is the moment of your ultimate liberation. This is the spiritual jailbreak you have been praying for across lifetimes. But here is the critical warning, the part you must understand with every fiber of your being. This divine surgery can only be performed on a single, isolated, energetic system. When you are in the physical presence of another human, your auric fields merge. The karmic cords that connect you to them become active, energized, and reinforced by your proximity. Being with a family member on this day is like asking the divine surgeon to sever the ancestral cord connecting you to that very family member while you are holding their hand. Their energetic field will instinctively resist the cut. Their soul signature, interwoven with yours for decades, will create an energetic shield around that cord, preventing the celestial scalpel from doing its work. The universe will not override free will or the laws of energetic physics. If you are physically entangled with someone, the severance cannot happen. In fact, something far worse can occur. Instead of being cut, the immense energy of the eclipse will pour into that cord, amplifying it, strengthening it, and cementing it into your reality for the next major cycle. Imagine wanting to break free from a cycle of codependency with a partner, but you spend this sacred day with them. You will not only fail to cut the cord, but you will energetically weld it to your soul, making it 10 times harder to break in the future. You could accidentally absorb a portion of their karmic debt that was not yours to carry. The eclipse energy, meant to be your liberation, will become your prison, locking you into the very dynamics you were meant to transcend. This is why the pull to be alone will feel so primal, so non-negotiable as the date approaches. It is your soul screaming at you, begging you to get into the spiritual operating room and lie still so the work can be done. This severance is the prerequisite for the second part of this process, the DNA recalibration. Once the old corrupted code of these karmic cords is removed, your spiritual DNA, the divine blueprint stored within the so-called junk DNA that science cannot explain, is ready to be activated and upgraded. This is a literal rewriting of your cellular and energetic instruction manual. The light codes streaming in during the eclipse carry the new programming for 5D consciousness, codes for unconditional self-love, for magnetic abundance, for unshakable inner peace, for the activation of your psychic gifts. Your body is about to receive the most significant software update in its existence. But just like a computer update, it cannot run while old conflicting programs are still active. The karmic cords are those old programs. You must first allow them to be uninstalled through solitude, creating the space for the new divine operating system to be installed. Being with others keeps the old programs running, blocking the update and leaving you with a system crash, energetic fatigue, confusion, and a profound sense of having missed something vital. This is not a risk worth taking. Your freedom, your future, your very evolution depends on you giving the universe the clean, isolated space it needs to perform this sacred, life-altering operation. If you are ready to sever these cords and receive this divine upgrade, to finally cut yourself free from the past and step into your sovereign power, comment "I am freeze" down below right now. This is a powerful declaration to the cosmos that you consent to this sacred severance. This profound internal surgery leads us directly to the fourth spiritual imperative for solitude, a reason that deals not with external connections, but with the very structure of your identity. On October 21st, you must be alone, for the dissolution of the false self. Who you believe you are, chosen one, is largely an illusion. The identity you present to the world, your name, your job title, your roles as a partner, a parent, a friend, is a construct. It is an intricate, carefully built mask that your ego has created for survival and social acceptance. This mask, this false self, is a collection of all your conditioning, your past traumas, your learned behaviors, and the expectations of others. It is the part of you that craves validation, that fears judgment, and that constantly seeks its reflection in the eyes of others to confirm its own existence. While this ego self has served a purpose, it has also become a cage. It is what keeps you small, what whispers words of doubt in your ear, and what prevents your true, magnificent, divine self from emerging. The intensely purifying energy of this solar eclipse is specifically designed to dissolve this construct. It is an ego death event, a sacred fire that will burn away the mask so that your true soul essence can finally breathe. Here is why solitude is the only possible environment for this to occur. The ego cannot exist in a vacuum. It requires an audience. It needs a mirror. When you are with other people, you are instinctively, subconsciously performing your role for them. With your partner, you play the part of the lover. With your parents, you revert to being the child. With your friends, you become the funny one, or the wise one. The presence of another person is a constant affirmation of your mask. Their perception of you acts as a life support system for the very false identity you are meant to shed. If you spend this day with someone, you will be in a state of performance. Your ego will be on high alert, working overtime to maintain the construct, to manage their perception of you. The divine, dissolving energies of the eclipse will come down, but they will hit the reinforced wall of your ego performance and bounce right off. You will spend the entire day strengthening your mask instead of allowing it to crumble. However, when you are in absolute, profound solitude, no texts, no calls, no social media, no external mirrors, the ego begins to panic. It has no one to perform for. It has no reflection to gaze into. It has no external validation to feed it. In this sacred vacuum, the ego begins to starve. And as it starves, the eclipse energy can finally do its work. It will begin to gently peel away the layers of your conditioning. You will feel old identities, old beliefs, and old emotional reactions simply falling away from you. It might feel disorienting for a moment, like a snake shedding its skin. You might feel a sense of "who am I?" But this emptiness is the most fertile ground for your rebirth. As the false self dissolves, your true self, your higher self, your soul will rise up to fill that space. This is one of the most terrifying and liberating experiences a human can have, and it is a sacred gift being offered to you on October 21st. The universe is giving you the opportunity to painlessly let go of all the heavy baggage of who you pretended to be, so you can effortlessly become who you were always meant to be. To attempt this process in the company of others is not only impossible, it is spiritually counterproductive. It is like trying to quit an addiction while sitting in a room with people actively offering you your drug of choice. The validation and reflection from others is the ego's drug. Solitude is the detox center. You must choose the detox. You must have the courage to sit alone with yourself, without your roles, without your titles, without your stories, and allow the fire of the cosmos to burn away everything that is not the real, authentic, divine you. This is the ultimate act of self-love. It is the ultimate declaration of your readiness to embody your true power. The person who enters that solitude will not be the same person who emerges. You will be reborn into your own authenticity, to signal to the universe your profound willingness to let go of the mask and embrace your authentic soul essence. Comment I embrace my true self right now. Let the quantum field register your decision. Having cleared the karmic debris and dissolved the false identity, your purified vessel is now ready for the fifth and most exquisitely personal reason for this sacred isolation, the reception of your unique celestial blueprint. Understand this, chosen one. The energy descending on October 21st is not a generic one-size-fits-all download. While there are collective upgrades happening for humanity, the most potent aspect of this event is deeply personal. The universe has prepared a specific custom-designed energetic package just for you. Think of it as a divine, encrypted data file containing your personal mission directives for the next 7 to 10-year cycle of your life. This celestial blueprint holds the answers to your deepest questions. It contains the energetic signatures of your soul family and the soulmate partner you are meant to connect with. It holds the geographic coordinates of the places on Earth where your energy will thrive. It contains the creative seeds for the projects, the businesses, and the sacred work that your soul came here to accomplish. It is quite literally the treasure map to your highest destiny, and it is being hand-delivered to you during this eclipse gateway. This is precisely why absolute solitude is non-negotiable. This divine blueprint is not written in human language. It will not be a booming voice from the heavens dictating instructions. It is transmitted in the most subtle, nuanced language of the universe, the language of pure frequency, light, and symbolic resonance. It will be downloaded directly into your cellular structure and your heart's intelligence. It will feel like a sudden deep knowing. It may come as a flood of creative ideas, a series of symbolic images in your mind's eye, or an overwhelming feeling of purpose that brings you to tears. It is a transmission of pure clarity. However, this transmission is incredibly delicate. It is calibrated to your unique soul frequency, and yours alone. The auric field of another person, no matter how well-intentioned, acts as a massive source of energetic interference, a form of cosmic static. Being in the same room as someone else while this download is occurring is like trying to receive a complex secret message in Morse code during a chaotic fireworks display. Their energy field, their thoughts, their emotions, their own receiving blueprint creates so much noise in the energetic environment that it becomes impossible for you to clearly decipher your own message. The spiritual danger here is profound and must not be underestimated. In such a scrambled, energetic environment, one of two things can happen. The first is that you simply miss the download altogether. The signal is too corrupted by interference, and your system cannot lock onto it. You will pass through this monumental gateway and receive nothing, emerging on the other side with a nagging sense that you missed your cosmic appointment. The second, and far more perilous, possibility is that you receive a corrupted or mixed signal. In the merging of your auric fields, you might accidentally download fragments of the other person's blueprint. You might absorb their mission directives, their karmic assignments, or their relationship contracts. Imagine the devastating confusion of spending the next decade of your life pursuing a purpose that was never yours to begin with. You would be trying to unlock doors with the wrong set of keys, following a map that leads to their treasure, not yours. This is the root of the deep soul-level frustration many people feel. They are living out a misaligned script. On October 21st, the universe is offering you a chance to receive your true, original, divinely authored script. You must honor the sanctity of this transmission by creating a pristine, silent, and solitary reception chamber. Your destiny is not a group project. It is a sacred personal contract between your soul and the divine. On this day you must show up for that meeting alone. The clarity of your entire future path depends on it. The next reason we will uncover delves even deeper into how this solitude impacts not just you, but the very timelines of the planet itself. We have now journeyed through the critical imperatives of energetic purity, karmic severance, ego dissolution, and the reception of your personal divine blueprint. Each of these layers has underscored the absolute, non-negotiable necessity of solitude. But now, we must expand our perspective beyond the personal. What happens on October 21st, 2025, is not just about your individual evolution. As a chosen one, as a lightworker, you are an energetic anchor point for the entire planetary grid. Your frequency directly impacts the collective consciousness. This brings us to the sixth, and monumentally important, reason you must be alone: the anchoring of a new sovereign timeline for humanity. This is not for everyone, it's for the chosen who are ready to change their reality. I released a members-only deep briefing called Warning All Chosen Ones. Watch this before new moon of the 21st of October 2025. This will change everything. In that video, I reveal the exact activations and protections you must do. Click the description link or the pinned comment and watch it before the energy lands. If you skip this window, you may never get this same upgrade. To grasp this, you must understand that reality is not a single, linear path. We exist in a multiverse of infinite potential timelines. Every day, the collective consciousness of humanity chooses which timeline to energize and manifest through its dominant thoughts, emotions, and actions. For centuries, we have been trapped on a low-frequency timeline fueled by fear, separation, conflict, and control. This is the timeline of the old paradigm, the one that is now crumbling before our very eyes. The celestial gateway of October 21st is a cosmic reset point. It is a moment when the fabric of space-time becomes exceptionally malleable, offering a rare opportunity to consciously and collectively jump to a new, higher frequency timeline. A timeline of unity, compassion, sovereignty, and 5D consciousness. This is the new Earth that seers and mystics have spoken of for millennia. Here is where your role, and your solitude, becomes absolutely pivotal. The chosen ones, the awakened souls, are the designated conduits for this new timeline. The high-frequency light codes for the new Earth cannot anchor directly into the dense fear-based collective. The vibrational mismatch is too great. This energy needs a step-down transformer. It needs a human vessel that is pure enough, clear enough, and strong enough to receive these potent codes and ground them into the planetary grid. That vessel is you. On this day, you are not just receiving a personal upgrade, you are being asked to serve as a divine acupuncture needle for Gaia. Your solitary meditation, your quiet contemplation, your very state of being becomes a sacred act of planetary service. When you are in your pure, isolated, energetic state, you become a perfect, unobstructed channel. The new light codes for sovereignty and unity consciousness will pour through your crown chakra, travel down your spinal column, and anchor deep into the crystalline core of the earth through your root chakra. Each chosen one who performs this sacred duty in solitude creates a powerful point of light on the planetary grid. Together, these individual points of light will form a new, coherent, high-frequency energetic matrix around the planet, creating the very foundation for this new timeline to stabilize and manifest. Now, you must understand why the presence of another person completely sabotages this critical mission. When you are with someone else, you are no longer a sovereign anchor. Your merged auric field creates an energetic short circuit. Instead of the divine energy flowing vertically from the cosmos through you and into the earth, it begins to flow horizontally between you and the other person. You get caught in a feedback loop of their energy, their dramas, their emotional states. The sacred downward flow is disrupted and diverted. You are no longer grounding the new timeline for humanity, you are simply exchanging personal energy with the person next to you. This is not a judgment, it is a law of spiritual physics. The presence of others pulls you out of your vertical pillar of light and into a horizontal plane of human interaction. Furthermore, the old paradigm, The very system we are trying to transcend is built upon codependency, enmeshment, and the loss of individual sovereignty. Its energetic signature is one of entanglement. When you choose to spend this sacred day with another, you are, on a deep energetic level, voting for the old timeline. You are unconsciously casting your energetic ballot for more entanglement, more codependency, more of the very patterns we are trying to leave behind. Conversely, when you choose radical, sovereign solitude, you are casting a powerful vote for the new timeline. You are embodying the very frequency of sovereignty that the new earth requires. You are becoming a living, breathing demonstration of the new paradigm. Think of it as a massive, silent, global meditation. Each lightworker in their sacred solitary space is a note in a grand symphony. When each note is played purely and clearly, it creates a resonant chord that will literally vibrate the planet into a higher state of being. But if a note is distorted by being entangled with another, it creates dissonance. It weakens the entire chord. The dark forces, the energies that wish to keep humanity trapped in the old fear-based timeline, know this. This is why you will see a push for group manifestation events, eclipse parties, and community gatherings around this time. It will be marketed as unity, but it is a subtle, insidious trap designed to neutralize the power of the lightworkers. It is a strategy to encourage horizontal entanglement and prevent the vertical anchoring of the new sovereign timeline. Your highest act of service on this day is not to join a group, but to have the courage to stand alone. It is to hold your frequency in its purest form, to be a clear and unwavering pillar of light. Your solitude is not a selfish act. It is the most selfless gift you can give to humanity at this critical juncture. You are holding the space for a new world to be born. You are a divine midwife for the new earth, and your only job on this day is to maintain a sterile, sacred, solitary birthing chamber. The fate of our collective future rests on the shoulders of those brave enough to do this work alone. If you commit to this sacred act of planetary service, if you choose to be a sovereign anchor for the new earth timeline, comment with "I anchor the light" below. Feel the power in that declaration. You are not just a spectator, you are a pivotal creator of our new reality. This cosmic responsibility to anchor a new timeline for humanity naturally flows into the final seventh and most mystical reason for your mandated solitude. The initiation into the Council of Light and the unveiling of your galactic origins. Chosen one, your soul's journey did not begin on Earth. You are a starseed, a volunteer soul who originated from a higher dimensional star system, planet, or collective. You came to Earth at this specific time with a pre-incarnation agreement to assist in this planetary ascension. For most of your life, the memory of your true origin has been veiled, hidden deep within your subconscious, to allow you to fully experience the human journey. However, a crucial part of your mission involves reawakening to this truth, remembering your galactic heritage, and consciously reconnecting with your star family, the guides, mentors, and soul group who have been watching over you from higher realms. This reawakening is not just for your personal enlightenment, it is so you can begin to consciously access the advanced knowledge, technologies, and energetic tools of your home system to aid in your earthly mission. The powerful celestial alignment on October 21st acts as a cosmic key, designed to unlock this specific amnesia veil. The eclipse energies will create a temporary stargate or wormhole, bridging the dimensional gap between Earth and your homeworld. This is your scheduled personal appointment for initiation and reunion. This is an event of profound sacredness and intimacy. It is a meeting between you and your highest guides, your star family, often referred to as your personal Council of Light. They will be transmitting to you vital information about your specific mission, your unique spiritual gifts, and the next steps on your path. This communication does not happen through spoken words, but through telepathic downloads, light language activations, and profound emotional impartations of love and recognition that will feel like coming home after eons of being away. This experience will fundamentally change you. You will finally understand who you are, where you come from, and why you are here with a certainty that will obliterate all previous doubt and confusion. But this sacred communion can only happen under one condition: your energetic field must be completely, utterly, and sovereignly your own. Your star family operates at an extremely high and pure frequency. They cannot and will not interface with a blended or compromised energy field. If you are with another person, your merged aura creates a dense low-frequency static that they cannot penetrate. It is like trying to have a clear video call on a dial-up connection filled with noise and interference. The connection simply cannot be established. Their presence, even with the best intentions, grounds you too heavily in the third-dimensional human matrix, making it impossible for you to lift your consciousness to the frequency required for this contact. This is urgent. Do not skip this. Watch the members-only briefing. Warning all chosen ones, watch this before new moon of the 21st of October 2025. This will change everything. I reveal the activations and protections you must do before the spiritual energy shifts. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment now. This window won't wait. Being alone is the act of raising your hand in the cosmic classroom and saying, "I am here. I am ready." It signals to your guides that you are honoring the sacred protocol for this meeting. It is a sign of your maturity and readiness to be initiated into a higher level of cosmic awareness and responsibility. In the silent sanctuary of your solitude, as you quiet your mind and open your heart, you will begin to feel their presence. It might be a subtle shift in the energy of the room, a tingling sensation in your crown chakra, or an overwhelming wave of unconditional love that washes over you. They will use this clear channel to activate dormant codes within your DNA, codes that connect you to your star lineage. You may receive visions of your home planet, remember snippets of your past lives in other star systems, or find yourself suddenly understanding complex spiritual concepts as if you've known them all along. This is your formal graduation, your reintegration into the galactic community. To attempt this in the company of another person is akin to inviting a random stranger into the most sacred and secret initiation of your entire existence. It would be a violation of the sacred space, and the initiation would simply be postponed until you are ready to honor the protocol. The universe is offering you a seat at the table with your celestial elders. You are being invited back into the fold. This is the ultimate homecoming. To receive this invitation and walk through that celestial doorway, you must walk through it alone. Your star family is waiting for you, and only you, to declare your soul's readiness to reawaken, to reconnect, and to remember your sacred galactic heritage. Comment, "I am ready to come home" down below. Acknowledge this deep soul-level truth. Let us now synthesize these 7 profound reasons. On October 21st, 2025, you are being called into sacred solitude, not as a punishment or an inconvenience, but as the highest honor and most critical spiritual strategy. You will be alone to create a pure vessel, free from the energetic contamination of others, allowing the great energetic sieve to work its magic. You will be alone to create a sacred echo chamber, amplifying your inner voice so you can finally receive the clear guidance you've been seeking. You will be alone to undergo the great karmic severance, allowing the celestial scalpel to free you from lifetimes of bondage without interference. You will be alone to facilitate the dissolution of the false self, starving the ego of its audience so your true authentic soul essence can emerge. You will be alone to receive your unique celestial blueprint, the custom-designed treasure map to your destiny, without the risk of a corrupted or mixed signal. You will be alone to serve as a sovereign anchor for a new Earth timeline, becoming a divine conduit for humanity's ascension instead of being caught in a horizontal loop of personal entanglement. And finally, you will be alone to accept your sacred initiation into the Council of Light, reawakening to your galactic origins and reuniting with your star family. Each of these reasons builds upon the last, creating an unshakable spiritual case for why isolation on this day is not optional. It is the very key that unlocks the door to your entire future. In the final part, we will discuss the practical steps, the sacred rituals, and the precise mindset you must adopt to prepare for and fully maximize this monumental event. We will create a step-by-step guide for your day of divine solitude. Now that you have grasped the 7 pillars of this sacred event, from the purification of your vessel to your reunion with your star lineage, you might believe you understand the full scope of what is at stake. But there is another layer to this celestial alchemy, a profound mechanical shift in the very nature of your reality that occurs as a direct consequence of your successful solitude. This is not merely an eighth reason, but rather the ultimate result of the previous 7 working in perfect divine synergy. We must speak now of the great Akashic reconciliation and the reversal of your quantum magnetism. This is the secret metaphysical engine driving the tangible changes in your life post-eclipse, and understanding it will solidify your commitment to isolation as the single most important decision you will make in this lifetime. Think of the Akashic records not as a dusty cosmic library, but as the living quantum hard drive of the universe. Every thought, every emotion, every action, and every soul contract from all of your lifetimes is recorded there as a vibrational data point. Your current life, the patterns of your relationships, your financial reality, your health, is a direct printout, a reflection of the dominant codes stored in your personal Akashic file. For eons, you have been running on old corrupted software, vows of poverty from a lifetime as a monk, oaths of loyalty to a toxic soulmate from a past incarnation, energetic signatures of persecution from a life as a healer. All of these are still active programs running in your background, sabotaging your present-day efforts. The eclipse gateway, when experienced in perfect solitude, does something more profound than just giving you a new blueprint. It grants you temporary, high-level administrative access to your own Akashic file. Your soul, amplified by the eclipse energy and guided by your reconnected Council of Light, becomes the cosmic librarian, with the power to locate, delete, and rewrite these ancient self-sabotaging contracts. This is a process of such exquisite precision and energetic sensitivity that it can only be done in a state of absolute quantum purity. When you are alone, your consciousness becomes a focused, coherent laser beam, capable of pinpointing the exact vibrational frequencies of these old vows and neutralizing them. You will not consciously think, "I am now deleting my vow of poverty." Rather, in your silent receptive state, your higher self will perform this spiritual defragmentation on your behalf. You may experience it as a sudden, inexplicable release of a long-held anxiety about money, or a feeling of deep, unconditional forgiveness for a past partner that seems to come from nowhere. These are the symptoms of your Akashic records being cleansed and reconciled. But here is the dire warning. If you are with another person, you are not just introducing static into the connection, you are risking a catastrophic data breach. In the merged state of your auras, your open Akashic terminal can become entangled with theirs. You could inadvertently download one of their limiting soul contracts, or they could absorb one of yours. Worse, you could create a new tangled karmic agreement between you, writing a fresh contract of codependency or shared struggle directly into your soul's permanent record. It is the spiritual equivalent of accidentally linking your bank account with a stranger's, leaving you responsible for their debts. The risk is unthinkable. Your Akashic reconciliation is the most private and sacred form of spiritual hygiene imaginable, and it must be conducted in the sterile, sealed environment of your own sovereign energetic field. If you are ready to claim your divine authority to rewrite your soul's record and purge the limiting contracts of the past, comment a "rewrite my stories" below. This is you picking up the celestial pen. The successful cleansing of your Akashic records is the trigger for the second, and most miraculous, phase of this process, the reversal of your quantum magnetism. Understand that your energetic field, your aura, is a toroidal field, constantly broadcasting a specific magnetic frequency out into the universe. Based on the data in your Akashic records, this frequency has until now likely been one of striving, lacking, needing, or chasing. You have been magnetically polarized to the experience of struggle. You chase after love, you strive for abundance, you work hard for approval, pushing your energy outward in a desperate attempt to get something you feel you do not have. This creates a reality where the things you desire are always just out of reach, because your very energy is broadcasting the frequency of their absence. The great karmic severance and the Akashic reconciliation completely change this. By deleting the old contracts of lack and suffering, you fundamentally alter the information that your toroidal field is broadcasting. Your entire energetic polarity flips. You cease to be a chaser, and you become a vortex. You become a magnetic sun. This is the ultimate secret of effortless manifestation. When your magnetism reverses, you no longer need to push your energy out to get anything. Instead, your powerful, coherent, sovereign field begins to pull experiences, people, and opportunities to you. The universe begins to rearrange itself around your new, high-frequency signature. The soulmate partner you've been searching for is now magnetically drawn into your orbit. The business opportunities you once had to fight for now arrive in your inbox. Abundance ceases to be something you work for and becomes a natural state of being that flows to you from unexpected channels. This is not wishful thinking. It is quantum physics. You have become a gravitational point for blessings. And this shift is catalyzed and cemented during your day of divine solitude. In the silence, as your old self dissolves and your new blueprint is received, this magnetic reversal is happening at a subatomic level. Every cell in your body is being retuned to the frequency of attraction and reception. Being with another person during this delicate recalibration is disastrous. It keeps you locked in the old polarity. The dynamic of human interaction, the subtle give and take, the need for validation, the management of perception is the very definition of the pushing and striving energy of the old paradigm. You cannot become a sovereign magnetic sun while you are orbiting someone else's planet. Their presence reinforces the old magnetic pattern, grounding you in the frequency of needing something from an external source, their approval, their energy, their company. It prevents the inward collapse and subsequent outward radiance that defines the magnetic reversal. You will emerge from the day with the same energetic polarity you had going in, destined to continue chasing after a reality that will forever elude you. Your solitude is the chrysalis within which the chasing caterpillar transforms into the magnetic butterfly. To bring another into your chrysalis is to abort the transformation entirely. The new world is for creators who have mastered the art of attraction, not for those still trapped in the exhausting labor of the chase. On October 21st, in the sacred temple of your silence, you will choose which one you will become. We have journeyed together through the 7 profound, non-negotiable spiritual reasons for your sacred solitude on October 21st, 2025. You now understand the why on a soul level. You feel the resonance of this truth in your bones. The logic of the cosmos has been laid bare, and your higher self recognizes this as a divine appointment of the highest order. But understanding the theory is only the first step. To truly harness the monumental power of this gateway, you must now move from understanding to action. The final and most crucial piece of this puzzle is the how. How do you practically prepare for this day? What rituals should you perform? What mindset must you cultivate to become the perfect, pristine vessel for these cosmic energies? This is not a day to be left to chance. It requires conscious, deliberate preparation. This final part of our journey together is a sacred step-by-step guide, a practical war plan for the soul, to ensure you not only survive this intense energetic passage but thrive within it, emerging on the other side completely reborn. This is your divine protocol for the day that will change everything. First, and most critically, your preparation must begin at least 72 hours before the new moon and solar eclipse. The cosmic energies do not simply switch on at midnight, they build in a powerful crescendo. To enter October 21st with a clean slate, you must begin the purification process beforehand. This is your sacred preparation phase. Starting on October 18th, you must begin to consciously detoxify your 4 bodies: the physical, the emotional, the mental, and the spiritual. For your physical body, this means simplifying your diet dramatically. Eliminate all dense, low-vibrational foods, processed sugars, heavy meats, alcohol, and excessive caffeine. These substances create energetic sludge in your system, making it difficult for the high-frequency light codes to be integrated. Instead, focus on clean living foods, fresh fruits, vegetables, and most importantly, an abundance of pure filtered water. Water is a liquid crystal, a conduit for energy and information. By hydrating your body, you are literally preparing your cells to receive and store the incoming cosmic data. Light physical movement like stretching, yoga, or walking in nature is also crucial. This helps to release stagnant energy stored in your muscle tissues. Treat your body as the sacred temple it is, preparing it to house a divine visitor, your fully awakened self. Next, you must purify your emotional and mental bodies. This is the time for a radical information diet. Unplug from the matrix. No news, no fear-mongering media, no scrolling through social media feeds filled with outrage and comparison. These inputs are designed to keep you in a state of low-frequency emotion, fear, anger, jealousy. You cannot receive a 5D upgrade while marinating in 3D toxicity. Inform your friends and family that you will be unavailable. Set up an autoresponder on your email. Delete the social media apps from your phone. This is not a suggestion, it is a command from your higher self. You must create a bubble of profound peace around you. Use this time for introspection. Journaling is a powerful tool during this phase. Write down everything you wish to release: old resentments, lingering fears, limiting beliefs. Burn the paper in a safe and sacred ceremony, consciously releasing these dense energies from your field. Practice mindfulness and meditation, even for just 10 minutes a day. The goal is to quiet the relentless chatter of the ego mind, creating stillness and space for the divine to enter. This preparation phase is your act of drawing a sacred line in the sand, declaring to the universe that you are taking this seriously, that you are committed to showing up as the purest and most ready version of yourself. Finally, prepare your spiritual body and your physical space. During these 72 hours, cleanse your home. This is your sacred temple for the day of the eclipse. Open the windows to let fresh air circulate. Burn sacred herbs like sage, palo santo, or cedar, walking through every room with the intention of clearing out any and all stagnant or negative energy. Pay special attention to corners, where energy tends to pool. You can also use sound to cleanse the space. A singing bowl, a bell, or high-frequency music can break up dense energetic patterns. On a personal level, take a salt bath each evening. Salt is a powerful purifier that will draw toxins not just from your physical body but from your auric field. As you prepare your space and yourself, hold the intention clearly in your mind. I am preparing this sacred space and this sacred vessel to receive the highest divine blessings and upgrades available to me now. This conscious preparation sends a powerful signal to the cosmos. It tells your guides and your star family that you are not just a passive recipient, but an active, willing co-creator in your own evolution. The universe always meets effort with grace. The more diligently you prepare, the more profound and seamless your experience on the 21st will be. If you are committed to this sacred preparation, to showing up as the purest vessel you can be, comment "I am pure and ready" below. Anchor this intention in the physical world. Now we arrive at the day itself, October 21st, 2025. This is your day of divine solitude. From the moment you wake until the moment you sleep, you are in a sacred ceremony. There is no on or off switch. The entire day is the ritual. When you awaken, do not reach for your phone. Do not turn on any screens. Your first act should be one of gratitude. Sit up in your bed, place a hand on your heart, and say thank you. Thank your body for being your vessel. Thank your soul for choosing this journey. Thank the universe for the opportunity that this day represents. This sets the tone of reverence for everything that follows. Your morning should be dedicated to gentle grounding and opening. Drink a large glass of water, perhaps with a squeeze of lemon, to continue the physical purification. If possible, spend some time barefoot on the earth. This practice, known as earthing, creates a direct connection with the planet's electromagnetic field, helping to stabilize your energy and prepare you for the intense cosmic influx. Perform a gentle stretching routine, consciously breathing into every part of your body, creating space and flow. The peak of the new moon and solar eclipse will occur at a specific time in your location. You must know this time in advance. This period, roughly the hour before and the hour after the exact peak, is your sacred peak window. This is the most potent time for the downloads and activations. During this window, you must be in your most sacred, undisturbed space. This is not the time to be doing chores or being distracted. This is your time for deep receptive meditation. You do not need a complex guided meditation. The goal is simply to be still, silent, and open. Sit or lie down in a comfortable position, with your spine as straight as possible, to allow energy to flow freely. Close your eyes, focus on your breath. Your only job is to be a receiver. Set the simple intention: I am open to receive all that is in my highest good. I consent to the karmic severance. I welcome the dissolution of my false self. I receive my celestial blueprint. I anchor the light for the new earth. I welcome my star family. Then let go. Do not try to force visions or experiences. Do not judge any thoughts that arise. Simply let them float by like clouds. Be the silent, spacious awareness behind it all. During this time, you may experience a wide range of phenomena. You might feel intense energy moving through your body, tingling heat, or waves of vibration.
Itchy.
You might see colors or geometric patterns behind your closed eyes. You might receive sudden insights or knowings. You might feel overwhelming emotions, from ecstatic joy to deep grief, as old energies are purged. Whatever happens, your only task is to allow it. Do not resist. Do not analyze it in the moment. Simply trust that a profound divine intelligence is at work orchestrating a perfect recalibration of your entire being. You are in the divine operating room. Your job is to lie still and trust the surgeon. After the peak window has passed, do not rush back into normal activity. This is your crucial integration phase. The energies you have received need time to settle and integrate into your cellular structure. This is a time for profound quiet and self-nurturing. Journaling is incredibly powerful now. Write down any images, feelings, or insights you received during your meditation, without judgment. Often the full meaning will only become clear in the days and weeks that follow. Drink plenty of water. Eat a light, grounding meal if you feel hungry, something simple like a soup or steamed vegetables. A salt bath in the evening is highly recommended to help soothe your nervous system and continue the cleansing process. Spend the rest of the day in noble silence, simply being with the new version of yourself that has just been born. Avoid all screens and external communication for the entire day. Honor the sanctity of this rebirth. Going to bed early on this night is an act of profound self-love, allowing your physical and energetic bodies to continue the deep work of integration as you sleep. The period following the eclipse, the next 72 hours and beyond, is just as important. This is your post-eclipse embodiment phase. You have received the software update. Now you must allow it to run. The energies will continue to unfold and integrate within you for days, weeks, and even months. Be exceptionally gentle with yourself. You may feel energetically sensitive, emotionally raw, or physically tired. This is normal. Your system has undergone a massive overhaul. Rest is not a luxury, it is a necessity. Pay close attention to your dreams, as your subconscious will be processing the upgrades and your guides may be communicating with you. Observe the synchronicities that begin to appear in your life. You may notice repeating numbers, chance encounters, or opportunities that seem to fall into your lap. These are not coincidences. They are the universe confirming that you have successfully shifted onto your new higher timeline. The insights you received during your solitude will now begin to demand action. The new creative ideas, the new sense of purpose, this is the time to begin taking small inspired steps to bring them into physical reality. Remember, the person who emerged from that day of solitude is not the same person who went in. Old habits, relationships, and situations that were once tolerable may now feel completely unbearable. This is a sign that the integration is successful. You are now vibrating at a higher frequency, and anything that does not match that new frequency will naturally begin to fall away from your life. Do not cling to it. Trust the process. Your solitude on October 21st was the catalyst, the great reset button. The days and months that follow are about consciously choosing to live in alignment with the new, authentic, sovereign self that was born in that sacred silence. It is a journey of embodying the codes you received, of living the truth that was revealed to you. Your solitude was not an escape from the world, it was the ultimate preparation to re-engage with it in a completely new, empowered, and divinely guided way. You went in as a seeker, and you emerged as a master. This is the path, chosen one. This is the sacred protocol. It is a path that requires courage, discipline, and an unwavering trust in the unseen. But the rewards are immeasurable. You are being offered a quantum leap in your evolution, a chance to shed lifetimes of baggage in a single day, and to step fully into the magnificent divine being you came here to be. This is your graduation. This is your coronation. Do not take this lightly. The universe is calling you to your highest destiny. To answer that call, you must first have the courage to disconnect from everything else. The greatest power you will ever wield is the power you discover when you are completely and utterly alone. On October 21st, 2025, the entire cosmos will go silent to watch what you do. Show them the power of a chosen one who is brave enough to stand alone. As we conclude this sacred transmission, I ask you to make one final powerful commitment. This journey is not just for you, it is for all the awakened souls who are meant to hear this call. Share this message with anyone you feel needs to hear it. But more importantly, commit to your own path. Take a deep breath, and in the comments below, write the final, ultimate declaration of your soul's intent. I choose my sovereign destiny. Say it, feel it, become it. Your new life begins now. I honor you, I see you, and I will be holding the light with you, in sacred solitude, as we step into the new earth together.